What's up? It's your favorite manager checking in, Grand Prix. You already know what it is, manager Trap Beckham, Def Jam artist. So make sure you follow me first on all social media, Grand Prix Music on my Instagram, Grand Prix Music on my Snapchat. Type in Grand Prix on your Facebook. Make sure you add me. Eventually, I'll probably have like maybe some type of Facebook group or page or something where I'll start posting videos as well. Um, so, anyways, so I want to talk about today how social media tricked us into thinking Hillary was going to win the presidency. And I was thinking about this the other day because I was listening to like a podcast on like social media. And the thing that's interesting with social media is that you get to pick your friends. You know, you choose who you get to follow. You choose, who follows you, etc. Who you follow on Twitter, who you follow on all these things. And even when you watch TV, there's so many channels now that you can really choose what you want to watch. Because think about it like this. And let's say a person works 8-9 hours a day. By the time you get your kids, cook, family, you may only have an hour and a half, 2 hours of time to watch television. And what do you watch? You watch, either, if you're a guy, you may watch ESPN, and girl, you watch your favorite TV show. And it used to be a time back in the day where if your favorite show came on Wednesday nights and you missed Wednesday nights, you just missed it. Now, with everybody having on-demand and streaming, whenever you do have some free time, what do you default to? What you have on demand. So all your free time, you now can fill with exactly with what you want. Everything has become this way, down to, whether it's YouTube, watching when you want to watch, whether you're watching, let's say, music, you listen to streaming services, you listen to who you want to when you want to. When back in the day, you used to have to watch an entire TRL to catch a video because you didn't know whether the song was going to be song number 9 today or song number 1 today. You had to watch the whole show to try to get to your video. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is you lose the stumble upon effect, which is while waiting for something I want to see, I stumble upon something that I didn't know was in the marketplace, but then you see it and you're like, oh, this shit is actually all right. I fuck with it. So now that we don't have that, it's much harder to push product on people than what it used to be. Because people have so much control over the content they're exposed to. That's why the big stars are mega stars. And then the people that aren't known, and there's not really that median. Like people are really either really big or really small. And when you either go from one and then you just hyper jump to the other. There isn't like this medium type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how many people really knew Chance the Rapper 2 years ago? Like he went from to big, like huge. Same thing is happening right now before your eyes, but like BJ, the Chicago Kid. You know what I'm saying? Some people were on him, and now that he's getting all these awards and shit, you go from mega star. So it even happens with artists and like their show prices. Like an artist might be like $3,000 and instantly jump to 10, and instantly jump to like 15. Like you skip these points based on these things. So, all right. So going back to the point is I was thinking that because people created their own little worlds, what happened in the election is that everybody assumed that Hillary had it in the bag. Hillary had it in the bag. All of the Hillary supporters in their world just knew she had it. Even though, she wasn't probably the best candidate or a great candidate per se, everyone assumed she just had it in the bag. So what happened is in your world, in the Black Twitter world, and all these worlds, and even the worlds that they were monitoring, even her marketing team and her team, they're looking at these numbers and these polls and stuff that were created in these microcosms, that they didn't realize there's a whole separate, like, huge world out here where she is getting killed, but you don't even know it, because when you scroll down your timeline, all you see is Hillary, Hillary, Hillary. So what happened is that developed a kind of like a complacency. And I know there's been some numbers and stuff that was released that said that the black vote did turn out and vote. It did, but they completely missed the mark on women, on all like women across the board. They missed. And that's because even in this microcosm, like when you think everything is okay and you think Hillary has it in the bag, you're not going above and beyond to make sure everyone's gonna vote. Like you're not like when Obama ran, you're calling home, bro, you need to vote, bro. I know you don't really believe in voting, or you think the electoral college is some bullshit, and which it is, but this is the system that we have right now. You know what I'm saying? So working with the rules of how the game is played right now, this is what it is. You got to vote, and you wasn't going above and beyond. You wasn't trying to make sure help your grandma get to the polls, and your cousin that never voted for the first time, making sure they understood the importance and all that. Why was that? Because that type of pressure wasn't there, because everyone thought she had it in the bag. When Obama, it was the pressure of, you knew what it was. Obviously, he was a black man. Two, the second term was like, they're trying to get him out of office. We got to come back out again just to keep him in, because they're going to go extra hard, because we felt like they would sleep the first time. So we got to go extra hard the second time to show them, it's still not going to happen. So in our Twitter world, yes, Hillary was going to win by a landslide. And that, you know what I'm saying? So the whole point of it is that you can create a false reality via social media, and you create a world that doesn't exist in the outside world. And that is, I won't say the reason she lost, but that's the reason they weren't aware that she was so far behind, or that the numbers were way tighter than what she thought. So you just didn't give that extra oomph. And let's be real, they're not saying they didn't give the extra oomph, but they know they didn't give the extra oomph because they thought they had it in the bag. That's why they're so hurt by the women turnout and saying that they were betrayed, and they were because basically they missed on women. They missed on white women, and she's a white female. So like, if you usually can't count on anything in a political debate or anything, the person who most matches your demographic, your age group, and your race, etc., you're supposed to have in the bag. And they were monitoring, not Black Twitter, but urban world. Everyone gets it. You get what I'm saying. But it just goes back to, on a larger scale, with anything that, marketing, branding wise, or anybody, we can all fall into this false perception because of a world that we created. But think about it like this is our own world. Like, we create it. Like, you choose who you want to follow. So the same thing can even apply to men. This is where, on some relationship shit, I think it gets tough for men. A man, you may date this beautiful black female, but she's normal. When I say normal, she just hasn't had any plastic surgery done. But if all you follow is like these Instagram girls that all have had like body, face BBLs and booty implants and all this shit, and you go home every day, you look at your normal body girl, and every day you log online and you scroll, and all you see is butt naked pictures of fake asses and fake asses. At some point, subconsciously, you start to think that's what a female should look like. But that's not real. And you would know, because once you have a baby with one of them, her genes are still like a normal female. That baby's not going to turn out with the genes of someone with washboard abs. Where like if you have genes of like athletes, some people just by nature, their body, they just have the body of the athlete. She doesn't have those genes. She bought that. It's a surgery. So when your offspring are gonna look like she originally looked, the kid, let's say you have a daughter, is not gonna have this huge ass. She's gonna be just as basic shaped as that female was, like she was grand design. But in your mind, you start maybe thinking your situation or your female is inferior because you created this false reality of these like perfect body, perfect being Instagram girls. And that, my friends, is how you create a false reality and then lose touch with the real world. I'm not going to keep any of these really much longer than 10 minutes, so I see I'm at my time. Make sure you follow me on all social media, Grand Prix Music. Like, share, comment. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Am I off? Am I on? Maybe I'll do a reaction video if I get enough comments. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Just signing out.
Backdoor music. Come on, you know who I came with. I roll with the same clique. Bad bitches, yeah, you know who I drink with. And I ain't with the lame shit. I'm just tryna live it up.